Well, getting a firmware update is not a new thing anymore in 2026. It started with Tesla being able to update the cars over the air in, let's say, 2013. And since then, there's a lot of improvement that other car manufacturers have done to the process. So in this video, let's talk about the firmware update process of a BYD, especially an ATTO 3. And there's been a lot of improvements in the entire process, including the way BYD is notifying that there's an update available. So to check the update process, let's actually get into the car, because there's a new way BYD notified me that there's an update available, which made me believe that there are certain things which BYD is actually improving on when it comes to overall user experience. So prior to this update, I had to go into the settings and then go into system, then version, and then look for an update if it's present, which currently there's one available. That's why there's a red mark right next to it. And before we move on to these settings, I'll actually show you something. So I was actually driving and I stopped, and then I literally switched off my car, and I had an option available for my system to be updated. This is something which pops up, which shows you exactly what you need to consider when you are trying to upgrade your software. And as it says, it should be parked, more than 20% state of charge, and the engine hood is closed. And that's the thing with this new interface, that it gives you an option to schedule an upgrade. So when you schedule an update, it says schedule update needs to be performed when the vehicle is powered off and locked. Please power off and lock the vehicle in advance, which means I can technically do it for the night time when it's parked in the garage, and then I'll be able to do it. I can't do it right now. It says 51 minutes estimate, which we'll see when I update it, that how much time it takes. Currently, I'm not at home, so I won't be updating it right now. But saying that, let's cancel it for now. And now the car switches off. And that's what happens when there's an update available on your BYD right now. And this is how your interface would look in the car when you are just switching off the car. It'll show up as an option to update or schedule an update or cancel at that moment, which I've cancelled. And even on the phone app, you actually see that update notification now, which wasn't there earlier. Even in the notification panel, you would be able to see OTA notification, upgrade packages available for your car. So when I click it, it logs into the app, and I would be able to see it. I think in more functions, it will be available for us to actually have an option to upgrade or update and schedule it from there. It says it's going to take around 51 minutes to update the car, which is quite a lot, but I don't expect it to take that long. I've had that experience in the past, even with my Tesla, that although it says it's going to take an hour to update or 45 minutes in that case with the Tesla, it usually takes way less. But you shouldn't be able to drive the car while your car is updating. So that's one of the considerations you need to take care of whenever you are doing that update, that you should have enough time that allows your car to be updated before you can drive. But in this video, let's actually test me going home and then starting the update. And I want to see if I'm able to lock and unlock my car while it's updating, just to make sure if you need to access your car to get something out, is it even allowing you to do that, or is it like a total shutdown of the system? But nonetheless, let's just start the update process and we'll go from there. We'll go to version, update, and click the upgrade button now. In the upgrade process, the vehicle will not be able to drive. Continue the upgrade, yes. Vehicle status checking, the update will soon start. Well, that's a good thing. It gives us half a minute to change or cancel it, but I'm fine for it to update. So let me quickly go outside the car, and there you go. It says BYD getting ready to upgrade. It is making some noises, but still saying getting ready to upgrade. Let me check what time it is. It's 4:45. Let's see how the update process works. Again, I tried to lock the car. It allowed me to lock it. Locking and unlocking works. When we get inside the car, it is actually rebooting the screen. All right, so it's more like an Android system updating and showing you percentage of how much it's done, but that's a good part. Functions that can't be used include, but not limited to, reversing camera, cloud service, e-call, etc. But I'm sure I won't be able to even start the vehicle and drive it. That's another thing as well. Do not drive the vehicle, otherwise BYD will not bear any legal liability for all consequences. Does that mean technically I should be able to drive it? I can see if it starts. I've got my leg on brake pedal and I'm trying to start it. It doesn't start. So not sure how you would be able to drive it, and for BYD to put that information there. I think they're just being extra safe and secure in their legality and legal obligations. But as you can see, in a minute, we already reached 5%. So I don't assume it's going to take 51 minutes to upgrade. And as I said, it was 4:45 when it started. It's just been 3 minutes, and it's already at 7%. So yeah, that's how you can start the update process on your BYD. I'm sure it's going to be same for BYD's other cars, including Sealand 7, Shark, Atto 1.2, whatever, because the infotainment system seems very similar. So I just checked, the percentage that it got to is 18%. And the time that we have is 4:50. So within 10 minutes, it's done 20%. So I don't expect it to last 51 minutes. But yeah, it was quite a smooth process when it comes to starting the update, and it gives you enough warning as well as guidance around what you should and what you shouldn't be doing. But I'm more than happy to see that updates are being pushed to BYD without going to the service center, which is one of the things which annoyed me last time. But nonetheless, the update process of Tesla is still something which I appreciate and prefer, and they do push out updates more than any other car that I've known. But then again, if you had other experiences with your car, including other brands, maybe BMW or Mercedes, then please do share that in the comment section. Otherwise, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.